Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Entrepreneur, and I know the video is a little late today. I have been thinking long and hard about what the next step is, because we have definitely come off a very historic Uber screw-up. Nobody is in Uber's corner right now, and the drivers are finally time, or they're ready at this point to take a stand. Somehow. Anyway, I don't know. We still got to think about that and what would be the most effective way to get Uber's attention. But I don't want to address Uber today because, frankly, addressing them is a waste of time. It clearly is a waste of time. Even their new CEO, he's not a good CEO. He's just Travis 2.0. I mean, I've given him long enough to fix this company, to do anything really that would suggest that he's different from Travis, and yet he's done nothing. In fact, he's probably done less than nothing because 180 days of change, that was happening before he was hired. So he's not going to be, we can't look to him to help the company. In fact, if anything, maybe they need a second CEO ouster. But again, I'm not here to address Uber. I think Uber is fully aware of the problems. I think they are just ignorant enough not to do anything about it. And that's why I want to address Lyft today. And Lyft. Anyone at Lyft who's watching, let me be frank with you, because I have given you a much easier time than Uber. And a lot of people ask why. Because you don't do things very differently. You don't. You charge the same as Uber. You do the upfront pricing like Uber. You do everything the same as Uber, except you're not jerks about it, I suppose. That's pretty much the only thing I can think of. And for a while, that has been enough to, pull you through this. But here's the thing, Lyft. You used to innovate. You used to try new things. You used to keep Uber on their toes. You were on their heels. You were always pushing them to do better. And then at some point, maybe it was when the bad press really started, I don't know, but you decided it was in your best interest to not do anything, to let Uber hang themselves. And I don't know if that's been working or not. I mean, I read a report that Lyft is becoming profitable 3 times faster than Uber, so maybe it is. But you know what? You're still a business. Uber is still a competitor. And when Uber fell flat on the face, you decided to project yourself as the good guys and not say anything. And that might have been for the best. That might have been for the best, for all I know, because who knows? Maybe there would have been no difference to the public if, had Uber started making problems, you came up with advertising, you start slandering them. You definitely showed you were the nice guys. But Lyft, nice stops now. Or at the very least, it takes on a new form now. This is your opportunity to not only strike Uber while they're down, but to potentially even crush them in their true moment of weakness. And let me tell you how you do it. You do it with 2 ways. First, now that Uber has officially raised the prices from the passengers, you can raise them to match Uber too. This is something you do all the time. However, when you do so, you make the announcement that we have risen the rates, and as promised, we are going to share the wealth. We will be taking 5% less of your driver commission. Now, the amount of money that puts in the driver's pockets is not a lot, but it's something. It's more than what Uber does. And not only are you raising the rates for everyone, you are actually taking less of the commission. That will get you driver loyalty like nothing else. Drivers have proven time and time again they don't need much. They just need to be shown a little bit of respect. This is how you show them the respect. But it's not just on the driver's side that you need to strike. It's time to strike the passengers as well. So, first thing about the second thing. If you are doing upfront pricing, you stop it. Now, immediately. You redo the user agreement right away and you take that out. You just take that out. You do not let that be a thing anymore. And here is why. You have a new ad campaign. And you show the Uber ride. How the Uber ride costs $96 and the driver gets $50. And you have the passenger in the commercial say, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem fair. oh no, you say that doesn't seem fair. And the driver says, no, it doesn't. And then you have a Lyft driver come up and it's like, have you tried driving for Lyft? We get you around for the same price as Uber and we pay our drivers fairly. The passenger then says, oh, we like that idea. And you show them that Lyft costs either the same as Uber or maybe even less than Uber. Heck, one of the things you might want to do, I'm just spitballing here, of course. Don't raise the rate, show that you are charging less than Uber and you are paying the driver more. This puts you in the best light possible. You are thinking of both the customers and the drivers, both at the same time without losing anything. And it ends, it says, Lyft. We always charge a fair fare. Or maybe you could even do something, else like you explain how Uber will charge you for undriven miles. And people say, that's not fair. And it's like, no, it's not. Well, Lyft never charges you for miles that aren't driven. Then it says, Lyft, we won't charge for undriven miles. See what I mean? You advertise and you show that there is a distinction between Uber and Lyft. You cost the same or less, and you pay the drivers better, which result in happier drivers, which results in better service. Seriously, Lyft. This is just what I came up with in the last hour or so. I'm sure you've got marketers who make millions of dollars who can do this. And if you want to use one of my slogans, give me a call. I'll help you out with it. Right? But here's the key thing, Lyft. You can no longer afford to not do anything. This is the time to strike. Uber is down. I have never seen opinion of the company as low as it has been. You should be seeing my email inbox. People are furious, and drivers are ready to start educating passengers about the undriven miles that they are paying for, but not actually using. And passengers will not like that. So Lyft, you make it part of your campaign. You show that Uber charges more. You show that you don't do the undriven miles, and you show that you pay the drivers better. And in a very short amount of time, you are more loved, you are respected, you might even gain a heck of a lot of new customers. You go in the cities where minimum wage is a big deal, you make it a point that you pay your drivers more. Unlike Uber, who just keeps taking and taking. In the cities where maybe that's not so big a deal, but the cost is, you prove that you are charging less. And you're paying the drivers better. Or heck, just even highlight how much happier the drivers are on average. There are so many surveys out there that show Lyft leading in the consumer appreciation tests. Heck, I think the Consumer Report grades Uber at an F, while they grade Lyft as an A. Start exploiting this Lyft. You have to do something. Yes, Uber is hurting. They keep sticking their foot in their mouth. They keep digging their own grave. And it's really tempting to just let them do it. I understand. You don't have to spend money to watch your competitor basically shoot themselves. Why spend money on the bullets if they're going to shoot themselves in their own foot? There's no reason to, right? But here's the thing. Uber might not be shooting themselves in the foot forever. They might get wise to this. They are in a moment of weakness now, and you've got to take advantage. And if you don't take advantage of this opportunity, if you do not acknowledge the gift that has been given to you by your enemy, this is the equivalent of them holding the bomb and they have handed you the detonator. If you don't press that detonator, you have no right to complain when they realize they're holding a destructive item in their hand and they get rid of it. You have no right to complain about that at that point. The question is, what are you going to do about it now? Please, Lyft. Now's your time to shine. Do not ignore this video. Do not brush it off. Do not do nothing. Do something. Show that you are the better company in more ways than one. Pay the drivers a little bit more and highlight that you do not overcharge passengers in upfront pricing. That's all you need to do, and the world is your oyster. As for everyone else, what do you think? Do you agree, disagree? I would love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon member for $1 a month. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.